Alright, this is Blocked Content, and today we're looking at the new trailer for Paper Mario Color Splash. So, since the last video I put out, which was about how this game is not really what we want from the series, I've gotten a lot of messages from you about some of my criticism of the game. Namely, that some of you guys thought that I unfairly judged the paper aesthetic look of the game, since the Thousand Year Door did just that and we all love that game so much. But this new trailer kind of shows a couple of reasons why the paper look does look really good, so I have to correct myself and give some props to all of you guys commenting. This trailer is very specific and it actually shows quite a lot of in-game footage. But the main idea behind this trailer is to get to know the new Toad Squad. And yeah, I can hear you guys thinking already, great, more Toads, but this is actually exactly what the fans kind of wanted. More unique Toads that actually have a personality, and boy do they have a personality this time. The creators of the Paper Mario franchise have stated in several interviews that the key to Paper Mario is the humor. And there's nothing I've seen of this game so far that shows this as well as this trailer. The dialogue is really well written and funny throughout the entire thing. Not just in simple play on words, but also in a cute, sarcastic undertone that normally kind of belongs to the Mario and Luigi RPG franchise. But it works with this extra cutesy style too. And to get back on the fact that the paper look and feel to the characters doesn't really work for me, in this trailer it totally does. The way you can interact with characters and use them in your adventure is really cool. It doesn't in any way replace partners, but it's very cool that you have someone else help you out in your adventure. I think it's time to analyze this trailer, blocked content style. So, the Rescue V or 5 squad, subtitled The Color Defenders, are very mean, angry-looking toads with awesome outfits. Also, they can trigger colorful explosions behind them at any moment they want. Very much like the Super Sentai or Power Rangers would when they showed up to face that episode's bad guy. I wonder if the Toads have a giant robot too. The Axum Rangers did. Anyway, I love the cool early 90s logo they've got going. Pretty shiny, and I like the thunder effect as well. Mighty Morphin. So, yeah, we quickly get a splash screen that says it's episode 1. At first I thought it was a little joke, but at the end of the video, it's clear that there are multiple videos coming. I don't really like the presentation of those parts of this trailer too much. The cheap impact font and the uninspired backgrounds could have been as polished as the game footage looks, but it feels like it was added on, about an hour before the trailer went online or something. Kind of a shame because the overall vibe of the trailer hits home. When we see the Toad Rescue V squad at the Prism Island Square, and it's there where we see their boss or something, it's a normal Toad wearing awesome shades. He's standing on this little platform to give a not so inspiring speech to his comrades. Basically, he's telling them that even though they risk their lives doing awesome feats, it really doesn't matter because they will get no recognition in the end. The Toads are not okay with that. This portion of the trailer is all set in the Prism Island Square section we've seen since the game has been announced, so probably this cutscene or part of the game will play right after Mario has left the crime scene. The way the characters and text appear on screen is probably just like this due to it being in the trailer. I think it will be normal text box in the actual game, though it does look pretty cool, kind of like Kid Icarus Uprising or the Fire Emblem titles. The purple Toad talks about carrying Mario on their backs, and then it actually shows some in-game footage where multiple purple Toads are sticking out of the wall to form a staircase for Mario. So yeah, they're carrying Mario on their backs, alright? The stage we see here was in the E3 demo, so it's probably like the first real stage in the game. So the Toads can obviously clone or multiply or something. How do we explain this? Paper. It's just paper. That's all you need to know, okay? Green Toad moans that he's still paying off the Cairo bills while showing he forms a bridge for Mario in sort of a cave or underground portion of the game. There's also a big shiny star in the background. Is there a way for Mario to appear in the background? Maybe flipping on his side and then squeezing in a little pathway like in the Thousand Year Door? And what's with that star? Is it a level end sequence or simply just a power-up for battle? Then the yellow Toad shows a very Pikmin-inspired section where a group of Toads work together to pull a giant turnip out of a pipe. This is awesome for many reasons. It's also a clear tip of the hat to Super Mario Bros. 2, and I believe in Super Mario Advance you were able to pull out giant turnips from the ground, right? This is all set in a forest area that we've never seen before. Maybe this pipe leads to that underground world where the green toad was? And then we see a train speeding through the desert, which kind of reminds me of the first Paper Mario, where Red Toad is being treated like he's totally expendable. He flies just all over the place. We also see that the train cart is being overrun by fuzzies, so we might have a Toad on Fuzzy war going on in this train. Then we see the blue Toad in what looks like some sort of spiny temple, or ruin, or this might be part of Bowser's castle even. They complete part of the train track that has broken down, so this could possibly extend from the previous area. It's interesting to note that the toads are differently colored, inverted. So the copy toads are actually white with blue spots, instead of like the captain, who is blue with white spots. This might lead us to believe that they're not clones, but simply helpers, or some sort of like personal army. The trailer ends with the boss telling the toads that their story needs to be told, and they no longer want to be unsung heroes. Then we get the tease to the next episode, called Move Out. So it'll probably show the toads in action a bit more, which is fine by me. The subtitle of the episode is Sheer Cliffs on a Red Road, so maybe we get more glimpses of that desert level. Interesting. The screen flashes white and jumps to black, so it's worth noting that the edges of the video make it look like we're watching this on an old school TV. That's pretty fun stuff. What I think is especially cool about the trailer is the whole idea behind the cool new heroic Toad team. The Mario RPG series up until this point have already had this kind of Super Sentai / Power Rangers kind of type squad, and it's very heartwarming to see it continue in this game too. I'm of course talking about the fearsome Axum Rangers from Super Mario RPG, who were, for all intents and purposes, direct parody of the Super Sentai show, and the Koopa Brothers, of course, who were of course a riff on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What we get here is pretty similar, even the colors matching up, but the style is quite different. It's all based around the feeling and vibe of a Saturday morning cartoon, along with the quippy, fun dialogue and the action poses. Also, similar to the Axum Rangers and the Koopa Brothers, the different colored toads take turns talking. Pretty fun stuff. So it kind of seems like Mario will encounter these special toads in certain key areas of the game. Maybe you can obtain their power to use it in spots as you choose, but it's far more likely that you'll see them and meet them at the exact moment that you need them, as sort of a call to action. What this makes me wonder though is, if we use the toads in battle, how cool would it be to have them at your side, just like partners in earlier Paper Mario games? For once, not battling the big team, but have them on your side would be a very cool change of pace for the games. And it could give you that feeling of power, and like you belong in the team yourself. And it'd also be cool, to have a throwback to Mario RPG, where Toad, or as he's called there, Toadstool, can actually be your party member. I think the squad might also have quite an impact on the story of the game, not just because this entire trailer focuses on them so much, but the fact that there are multiple episodes coming out of this, so there's probably a lot more in store for our Toadstool heroes. What's intriguing though is that the story of the game is one of the biggest things it's got going for it. Supposedly it's pretty much this detective or mystery tale, kind of similar to, how Super Mario Sunshine opened. In that game, Mario had to figure out who the mysterious culprit was who dirtied the entire town of Isle Delfino. In this game, it's pretty much the opposite. Color's been drained from the world and it's up to Mario to splash paint everywhere. It's kind of reverse Sunshine. Pretty funny if you think about it that way. But the developers have talked at length about how it's this detective story where you guide Mario through the world, find clues, and get closer to the big mystery. And I think that's a very interesting way to tackle a Mario story. Of course, Bowser is going to be involved. It's been so long since we've had an original new villain. And don't get me started on bringing back Wart from Super Mario Bros. 2. But giving Bowser an original reason to drain color from Prism Island would be a start, making an overused villain entertaining again. I always like it a little bit more when Bowser sort of has this smaller but supporting role where he kind of gets to redeem himself. Bowser's not all evil, why would he go go-karting with Mario and his friends? In all seriousness, I think the game could benefit from a cool villain. If the game really is a lot like a whodunit or some sort of mystery, I think you need to subvert people's expectations, and definitely those of fans, and not have Bowser be the only main villain. Have him be the puppet of a much bigger plot, that's happened a couple of times. There's so much you can do with this kind of story, it's scary. So all in all, this trailer has both proved me wrong in so many ways about the look and feel of the game, but it's also made me excited again for this Paper Mario game heading to Wii U in October. We really desperately need a good Paper Mario game again, but even more than that, we need any Wii U game. That thing is collecting dust in between small Smash Bros. Sessions, and I'd love to play the system more than once a month. I look forward to learning more about the world of Paper Mario Color Splash and to get to know the new characters. It's interesting to know we'll be getting episode-style trailers now. And even though it didn't really hit the mark directly because of some presentation issues, I'm very excited to see more. It's coming out really soon, so they kind of need to show a lot more to get people excited and to know that the game exists. For now, we can enjoy all the footage from the E3 build of the game, as well as the recently released story intro trailer and this new look at the game. It's actually looking like Nintendo wants players to know more about the game without giving too much away, and if the stuff you want to keep secret is worth keeping under paper wrappings, then please by all means do. It's been far too long since we've had a console Mario RPG, and I can't wait to explore Prism Island after seeing this humor-filled teaser trailer. What did you guys think of the trailer? Excited about the possibilities? Did the tone work for you? And most importantly, what would totally make this game for you? Because I noticed there are a lot of you guys very positive about the game, and I'd love to know more about what you think. We'll have a discussion on the Paper Mario series pretty soon. Maybe after a new trailer hits. The game's picking up steam slowly but surely, so be sure to subscribe to Blocked Content, just hit the button and become part of our family. We have lots of weekly videos about cool games like this, news on your favorite films and TV shows, original animations, and a lot more. So thanks for watching, and if you want to connect with us, hit us up at Squared Things on Twitter and Facebook. Until next time, Paper Mario fans.